Good evening. I want to take a few moments and talk to you about the AGPtEK IMP music player. It plays MP3s as well as other formats. Right now I have it loaded up with a bunch of MP3s in particular, and I'll go through some of the features and some of the high points of this particular music player. First things first, it is a little teeny tiny thing. It is about 2 inches by 3 inches, and it's very, very thin. Now, I have big hands, so it makes it look even tinier, but this really is small. It is smaller than a deck of cards, and it actually has quite a bit of power to it. I'm very pleased with it, and I'll go through some of the neat things that it does. The interface is pretty straightforward. To power it on, you just hold that button down, and you just hold it for 3-4 seconds, and it'll turn itself on. You've got volume controls here on the side, touch controls on the front, and then on the bottom here, you can charge it via USB. It's got room for a micro SD card, and as you can see, I've got one installed, and there is a place for your headphones. Instead of using headphones for the purpose of this video, I am actually using a speaker that I've wired in directly. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, and I'll start talking about some of the things that it will do. So you hold it down, and you can see the whole thing lights up, and it turns on the display. This is a pretty straightforward device to use. You can see I have a track queued up. I'll go through some music here in a few minutes, but I'm going to go back through some of the other features first. I'm going to go all the way up to the top. Okay, so it's showing the last one I played. I'm going to hit forward, and now it's showing me the music I can choose. And by hitting this button, the play button, it'll take me through. I can choose all songs, artists, albums, genres, playlists, and I can pick a folder as well. So I'm going to come back up, move forward again. I can change the settings, and I've got a lot of different settings here. I can manipulate the equalizer, format, change or go back to factory settings, change the display a little bit. I will say about the equalizer, and I'll actually show this here in a few minutes, it is not an actual slider button type of thing. It's a preset where you get one setting for classical music, one setting for jazz, one setting for techno. They're presets like I've seen on some of the other MP3 players similar to this one. So I'm going to come back up again, and it goes back to last played. So I'm going to go ahead and hit play, and it shows the last track that I brought up. I'm going to go ahead and tell it to play. This is a pretty neat little music player. It's got some great features to it in terms of how it works. It actually sounds pretty good, and it's very responsive. I like the fact that it comes with 16 gigs of storage, and you can even put in an SD card that holds up to 64 gigs. So if you take the 64 and you add the 16, you can get 80 gigs of music in here, and that's a lot of music. That's more than I have in my whole collection, and I have a lot of music. Overall, very pleased with it. There's one more thing that I do need to do with it, and that is plug it into my car and use the voice commands to interact with it. So far, this has worked with every single music player I've tried, including some of the off-brand ones. I'd like to try it with this one and see how it works. If it does not work, I will come back and update my review. But so far, I have found nothing to complain about with this little music player. It works really, really well. Sounds good. I don't know yet how long the battery lasts because I haven't run it all the way down yet. And it fits so easily in my pocket. Overall, this is a nice little music player. If you're looking for an affordable option to an iPod or something with a really straightforward interface like this, this is a good choice. You might want to give this one a close look if you're shopping for a music player.